What on people, it's your boy Into Spurs back here with another video. Now today it's a different video. You're gonna be riding with me to work. I know I haven't been uploading recently. It's been quite busy week for me, to be honest with you. Obviously there's a lot that has happened since I've last recorded, and hear me out. Yeah, I just needed a little bit of a break. You know, sometimes when you have the thing called content fog. That's what I've had for the last week and a half or whatever, innit? But getting back to this video now, this is a new series. This is gonna be ride with me to work. In terms of ride to see if I die, basically. No, serious note. It's mainly a segment where I'm more hands-on. I have more time just writing when I'm going from A to B, to be honest with you, to talk about Spurs. And really and truly, if the setup I've got right now, you know, obviously there's a few things I need to obviously change. I need to think about buying a light for when I'm traveling from, like, at night time, you know. If there's no street lights available, I'm gonna just be dark in the actual video. So for me, it's a case of making sure that I buy a light so I can attach it to the front of my bike or wherever in it, you know. And also I hope the audio is quite good, because I'm using the same mic that I do my interviews at Tottenham with. So it has a wind reduction. So I'm actually hoping that it does it and it's doing well. Look, obviously I'm gonna find out if the audio is good or bad when I have to start editing this video. So look, fingers crossed, you know. But yeah, this is a new segment, and I hope I can look. Okay, cool. As I'm outside in the elements, and like you can see the cars going past and all of these type of stuff in it, you know. You're gonna have to bear with me. Even the bumps, the little unstable moments like bumps, you're just gonna have to bear with me, you know. But yeah, cool. Let's start the video. Now, last time we spoke, we were actually speaking about Frank getting his P45 out of the door. Goodbye, Frank. Hello, Igor Tudor, you know, the interim manager. Obviously, I done a live stream with Haz and Eugene on our Friday weekly show, you know, discussing if Igor Tudor would be a good manager. But I actually haven't released any type of content on my actual channel talking about the management. You know, obviously, you saw my Goodbye Frank video, innit? That video, for me, he needed to go, you know, and he's gone at the right time. Gone definitely at the right time. He needed to go. It just was never going to work with Frank, you know. Look, he wasn't a major problem, but he's a part of a whole problem itself, you know. I don't need to carry repeating myself in terms of, yeah, cool, I told you. I'm not going to be that person to say I told you so. But I never believed in the Frank appointment. I thought it was a backward step when it ended up happening. It just showed our ambition after winning a Europa League final, you know, to sacking a manager that has won a actual trophy to going with Frank, you know. And so for me, it just made no sense. Made no sense at all, you know. But going on to what I am. Yeah, hold on 1 second, man. Like I'm in the elements, innit? So yeah, I'm in the elements. Yeah. I'm in the elements. So you just have to bear with me. There's gonna be periods where I pause for a minute, just so I know I don't die in it. I've got a bus right in front of me in it. I've got a car behind me in it, you know. So I'm just making sure that I don't die. I value my life too. And in fact, you can have full HD viewing moments of me dying or me not dying in it. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, in terms of going back onto what I was saying about our new manager. Obviously, Frank has left. Now we've got a manager in the name of Igor Tudor as an interim manager. So now this is the thing, innit? You know, this is the thing. I have to be honest with you. I actually think it's actually a decent appointment in terms of what we're getting out of the manager. He's here to do one job, and it's to keep us up. Let's be totally honest with you. He's not here for a long period of time. We're never going to get a permanent option, because even if our plans were to wait for Poch, there's so many other managers on the market. And look, obviously now Tuchel has signed a new contract with England, right? But Tuchel was on the market, Nagelsmann's on the market, De Zerbi's on the market, Alonso's on the market. There's so many managers from all the walks of Southgate. Look, even if it was going to go down that route, so many managers on the market right now. So in terms of like, just in general, if we were actually trying to, what's a good word? We're waiting for a manager in the summer, which it looks like is going to be the case. An interim manager, there's not many out there, you know. So obviously, when I was thinking about interim manager sacking Frank, innit, you know. Obviously, Frank is not our major problem, but he's a part of a problem in general at Tottenham. You know, the standards have dropped so badly, yeah. But going through interim, I was saying names like Sam Allardyce, and I'll tell you the reason why. Like, I wanted a manager that understood what relegation battles meant. You know, relegating means, you know, even if they were successful, they're not successful, they have, I need a manager that has done it and been through it and understood it, you know. So for me, that's why I really needed a manager like a Sam Allardyce, like a Sean Dyche, someone that has I will understand what relegation means, you know. And that's why I was actually, at the time before we got Igor Tudor in, I was vouching for someone like a Sam Allardyce, you know, someone like a Sean Dyche. And I know the football is not great. Look, I know the football is not great, and I'm not gonna sit here and say the football would be great. But one thing for me, I'm very scared of us going down. You know, I've never supported Spurs to know what's going down. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And just bear with me, I'm on a really bumpy path right now. So another thing I'm thinking about getting for this actual stuff is something to stabilize my camera to make it more sturdy. I don't know, I might have to just apply a clamp or something, innit? It's on a good clamp already, but it's like you can't control the bumpy road. Maybe in post-edit I might be able to stabilize this a bit. This is what's crazy about this subsection. So like, this is learning curve for me, you know, like, to make my footage very stable. I don't know what to do yet. I haven't got to that stage. This is like, okay, cool, let me be honest with you, this is a trial and error. So we have this right now, this is a trial kind of, I'm definitely going to be releasing more content going to work, innit, because I feel like, for me, most of my time is me going to work, me going home, innit, you know what I'm talking about. So, and let's be honest with you, all I'm doing is riding, you know, well, riding, innit, yeah? I nearly died. Yeah. All my thing is just riding home and then nearly dying just there. So you would have live view of me dying in the roads of Haringey, Tottenham, you know. But cool. Going back to what I was saying, innit, yeah, in terms of Igor Tudor at Tottenham, yeah, cool. So I actually think it's a good move for Tottenham, only for the factors of he's managed in so many top places. Like, he has his CV in general. He's gone to a lot of places, and what I've been reading about him, and I'm not going to pretend like I know a lot about Igor Tudor. I'm not a scout. They don't employ me to know everything, innit? But one thing that I am doing is doing my research about the manager, yeah? For me, one thing that I've actually seen about him, which for me makes so much sense, is he starts, or wherever he's gone, he started off very well. You know, maybe as a full-time manager, he hasn't done much, but in terms of interim manager, he has been very successful as an interim manager. You know, his playing style, his actual stats though, It makes sense why we've gone for him in terms of, and there's another factor as well. There's one more factor that makes it seem like this was a very good move for Tottenham. Yeah, is the fact that he is a person that plays an attacking style, a style that allows the players to have the license to be more creative, you know, play to their strengths, you know. Really and truly, right? The biggest frustration with Frank, and I've always said this many times, and you're gonna think I'm beating a dead horse, but in my opinion, the way Thomas Frank set up was a coward's way of playing. In terms of he would rather defend, not concede, and be pragmatic. Which, yeah, I understand. That's a part of football. Yeah, sometimes the best managers like Mourinho, like Conte, have set up in that style. Innit? The thing with Frank is he's so pragmatic in terms of route one. Like in terms of we didn't even have the players to perform in a Frank system. You know, like. We didn't have. It's clear we struggled to score. Like our attack is as bad as it is right now, but we actually struggled to actually score goals. You know, I think apart from Richarlison, I think Romero and Van de Ven were our top goal scorers on the Frank, which is damning because you're like. You got Tell, you got all of these other players, and if our defenders are our top goal scorers, there's something systematically wrong with Tottenham, you know? So, for me, I always said he sets up as a coward's way. He's not brave. He doesn't want to give the players license. And we see it. We've seen it week in, week out, you know? It was hard to watch Tottenham under Frank, in my opinion, you know? So, Igor Tudor comes with a mindset of he wants to be front-footed, he wants to press, you know, he wants to give players license to attack. But I feel what's good about Igor Tudor, we needed a fresh new idea. We needed someone that can motivate the players, you know. And I'm hoping with his experience, and look, he has also managed a few of the players in Tottenham. Obviously players like Kolo Muani played for him last year, you know. So, and in fact, last year Kolo Muani put a few good numbers at Juventus, and there was a few good numbers. Look, right now, he's not hitting a bar and door. So if we can get a tune out of him, he could be a huge asset to the end of the season. I just need us to pick up 4 to 5 games. I think it's 4 or 5 or 5 or 6. We need 4 or 5 games to win. Just win. If we can put 4 or 5 games, because we've got 13 left. 13 out of 4 to 5 of them, if we can win them, we will stay up. That's my verdict on why he's in charge. So it's scary times for Tottenham. You know, we right now we are in. And look, let me be honest with you as well. Just because we sacked Frank and we brought Igor Tudor in doesn't mean we are going to stay up. We're in a desperate time, you know. Now I also want to talk about 2 people that I'm still confused on why they're at Tottenham. Like what do they have to do to get sacked? And I know it's quite early to talk about these type of things after sacking a fucking manager. But for me, Lange and Vinay, they need to get sacked. It's for me. It's an outrageous situation to the fact that our board have overwritten the footballing people's decisions. You know, which thank God they came to their senses, because for me, this is how I see it, and I've been seeing it like this for a very, very long while. You know, but this is how I see it. We criticised Levy for the same nonsense, but the only difference is with this is Vinay and Lange brought in so many Brentford coaches. They brought in the whole Arsenal for Frank to thrive, in my opinion. They didn't even want to sack him. And this is us sitting down here like thinking like they didn't want to sack him, like, but no, serious note, like they weren't planning to sack him. They were gonna ride it out, and I'm so glad the owners came to their senses and made the decision, because for me, if we kept Frank, we would have gone down, in my opinion. So clearly, the trust is broken from the owners and Vinay and Lange, right? They need to be the next people out. They have been awful, like awful. I don't even know why they're here. Like it makes no sense why they're even at Tottenham right now, because for me it's a case of they have a good opportunity to, like see, they should look. Vinay and Lange should have gone with Frank, in my opinion, and I keep that opinion. And it's time will tell. But yeah, it's been a weird few weeks for Tottenham. There's been a lot that's happened in the Tottenham space, and like so many things are happening at once. So many ins and outs. So many crazy stuff at Tottenham. Now, just before I end this video, let's talk about Arsenal now. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm very optimistic about this Arsenal game. You know, I think we can get a result out of this Arsenal team. Yes, okay, cool. And this is even before Brentford, before Wolves. I've been really optimistic about this Arsenal game. For me, this is how I see it. Right, Arsenal's is in bad form right now. They've dropped points to major teams like Wolves, Brentford. You know. We've just sacked the manager in the right moment, because I think if Frank was taking this job, taking this game, we would have lost, right? But in my honest opinion, the fact that we have sacked the manager and given Igor Tudor maybe a weekish to work with the players, I'm actually confident that we could even get a result. Like, and for Tottenham, you know, can I be so real in it? Yeah. When we talk about result, and when we say result, a result against Arsenal is drawing, in my opinion. But I'm actually saying we could win. There's a chance that we could win. I have a good feeling that we could win, you know. I think Richarlison's back as well, which is going to be a bonus for Tottenham. He usually is very lively in these games. I think if Igor Tudor can get a tune out of Kolo Muani, that would be great. In terms of like our back line, obviously we have a lot of players out right now, so it's going to be a difficult what would you call it? It's going to be a difficult pitch, 100%. But I don't think that a lot of, let's see, all the Arsenal fans are gonna be confident about this game. Honestly, I'm a bit optimistic. I feel like we can get a decent result out of Tottenham. It's just this is the thing. This is the thing for me. We need to perform both halves, you know. For too long against Frank, innit? We haven't performed. We haven't performed well in either or either half, innit? So for the case of Tottenham, we need to perform well. But let's hope and see, man. If you agree with me, comment, subscribe.
Yo, people, follow me on Instagram. That is 0TJ. Follow me on Twitter. That is Spursy Talks. Like and subscribe.